Seniors in Singapore's nursing homes may get to vote from their beds during the presidential election, which has to be called by next September. It's part of new proposed arrangements by the Elections Department to make it easier for more people to vote. Now, this includes postal balloting for overseas Singaporeans. Gwyneth Teo with more.
Nursing homes could get an on-site polling station or mobile teams that bring a ballot box from bed to bed or both. The Elections Department says these should meet the different needs of residents, such as mobility and mental capacity. And since nursing home staff might also need to help out, it's also looking at training to make sure they don't influence the vote.
There are over 13,000 residents in more than 80 nursing homes, but it's not known how many of them voted in the last general election in 2020. That's because either their family members brought them to the polls or nursing homes bussed them there. But as Singapore's population ages, it's becoming more critical to find ways to make sure the elderly can vote. 1 in 5 registered voters in the last election was over the age of 65.
At the same time, overseas Singaporeans may have the option to download a ballot paper and return envelope from the SingPass website to reduce postal delays. For security, they will need to sign on the envelope before mailing it to Singapore. This must be postmarked before polling day and arrive within 10 days after the polls close. ELD says these suggestions took in the experience of other countries such as the US, where there are accusations of voter fraud. It says the public may raise concerns if the number of ballot slips issued and eventual votes don't tally.
GE 2020 took place amid travel restrictions around the world due to the pandemic. Despite this, more than 4,700 voters still made their way to 10 overseas polling stations in 6 countries. But there are an estimated 200,000 Singaporeans living overseas, even though it's not clear how many are of voting age or will fulfill other qualifying criteria.
ELD says if postal voting proves popular, it may remove overseas polling stations, which it calls very resource-intensive. So far, it's reached out to registered political parties for feedback. A survey for overseas Singaporeans will open until the 8th of June. Findings will be out in July.
The People's Action Party and Workers' Party say that they will take part in the ELD's consultations. These are the only parties with elected members of Parliament.